Australia just launched a latest foreign policy white paper. Can I ask you what is the major change?
Well, there isn't any significant new major change in the white paper. The purpose of the white paper is to look at how Australia assesses developments in the region and globally over the coming 10 years and how we should address those issues. This is the first white paper, foreign policy white paper Australia has had since 2003.
Wow.
So there have been a lot of significant changes in those 14 years, some really quite major changes in our region and in the world more generally. So the government felt it was time to assess where is Australia positioned now in the context of international developments and how would we best position ourselves for the next 10 years. The time frame for the white paper is 10 years. So the white paper really builds on foreign policy developments over the last 14 years or so. So there aren't any major new changes, no major new directions, there's not any great huge surprises, but it provides for Australians and for others a snapshot, if you like, of Australian foreign policy and also our trade policy for the next decade.
Is there any change that would affect Thailand and Australia relations?
Well, I think the important thing for Thailand and for Southeast Asia, for the countries of ASEAN, is the white paper makes very clear Australia's very strong commitment to working with the countries of Southeast Asia, to partnering with ASEAN. We're very proud of having been ASEAN's first dialogue partner. We think it's important that we continue to work very closely with the countries of Southeast Asia and indeed intensify and deepen our engagement with the countries of Southeast Asia, and that includes of course Thailand as being one of the major members of ASEAN. And importantly in that context, in March next year the Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull will be hosting a special summit, a special ASEAN-Australia summit in which all the leaders of ASEAN will be going to Sydney, including Prime Minister Prayut, and that will be reinforcing the very strong relationship between Australia and all the countries of Southeast Asia, Thailand included.
If we look at the overview of the white paper, the word Indo-Pacific was mentioned a lot. So how is the policy that actually was strengthening Indo-Pacific, but why it gets so much focus?
Well, Australia has been using the term Indo-Pacific for some years now. Others have also begun to use it. We use it because Australia, like Thailand, is a two-ocean country. We look to the Indian Ocean, we look to the Pacific. So we think it's important to make clear that for us and for the countries of the region, the Pacific doesn't end at the Pacific, the Indian Ocean doesn't end at the Indian Ocean. It's the Indo-Pacific. There's a constant, continuous flow between the two regions. So for us, the Indo-Pacific region has been the source of Australia's great prosperity, and we want to see that prosperity continue. We want to see economic growth continue in the Indo-Pacific region. The reason why we've been so successful, that is the countries of the region have been so successful economically, is because we have had such a long period of peace and security and stability in the region, and that has enabled the sort of economic transformation that has taken place amongst so many countries of the region. Now we're seeing a strategic transformation taking place. We're seeing changes taking place at the strategic level, and we think it's very important that all the countries of the region work together to ensure that the good history we've had of security and stability, underpinned by the international rules and acceptance of those norms and rules, continues into the future, so to guarantee the prosperity of all our countries and the prosperity of all our peoples.